Hello COS supporters, COS volunteers, and district captains all across the country. My name is Andrew, I'm a district captain in California, and this is the 5-Hour Activist Series. So I just want to jump right into this week's episode. As stated before, I am a 5-hour activist. I spend 5 hours a week within my district doing two things. One, I am cultivating and building grassroots activism. The second thing is I'm building a relationship with my legislator. This week I called a handful of new supporters who signed the petition for the first time. I asked if they would like to get involved as a volunteer, if they'd call their legislator, if they'd write a handwritten letter to their legislator, and I also asked if they'd like to show up to one of the monthly meetings that I am now going to be hosting. Another thing that I did this week is I sent out an email blast to about 1,400 Convention of States supporters within my district. Now those are people who have opted in to receive messages. So it's not going out to all of the supporters within my district. I have about 2,500 who have signed the petition. Anyway, those 1,400 that I'm talking about, I was letting them know through an email blast about an event that I'm going to be hosting at a local Starbucks. The plan is to get COS supporters together to mingle over coffee and talk about Convention of States. I also sent out a text blast in case there are volunteers or supporters who aren't regularly checking their email. I mean, we're always on our phones, so that seems like a box to check when trying to reach supporters and volunteers within your district. The other thing I did this week was I was in contact with my legislative staff. I didn't get to talk to my assembly member, Chad Mays, because of course he's an assembly member and he's always busy. However, at some point I will sit down and meet with him. It's just a matter of time, and I just have to be persistent. What's cool about Chad Mays and why I really want to meet with him is because he has voiced some support for a balanced budget amendment. While a balanced budget amendment is great, it really lacks the vitality and the strength that a Convention of States would have. Because let's face it, doing a balanced budget amendment is not going to drain the swamp in Washington. The only way to get rid of career politicians is to hold a Convention of States where we could limit the federal government by implementing term limits for elected officials. So I'm hoping when I do meet with him, he would be receptive to the ideas surrounding a convention, and possibly maybe he would switch from a balanced budget amendment to supporting Convention of States. Anyway, I also sent him a letter talking about why I would want him to support the Convention of States project. The major thing that I talked about is the debt. One, because he already supports a balanced budget amendment, but also because it's really important to me. We're $23 trillion in debt. That number is insane to me. Well, that's what I was up to this week in my district. I spent about 5 hours growing and facilitating grassroots activism within my district, and I also worked on building that relationship with my legislator. You can be an effective district captain by putting in just 5 hours a week. Some people put in 10, some people put in 15, and I'm sure there are people out there that are putting 20 hours a week because they have the time, and that's great. The more time you put in your district, the better. However, a district captain can be successful by just putting 5 hours a week. Well, that's all I got for you this week. Thank you for watching. This was episode 13 of the 5-Hour Activist Series. Please tune in next week where I'll be discussing my experience at the Coffee and Convention of States meet and greet. Well, until then, we've got a country to save, so get out there, get in your district, and tell some people about the Convention of States project, because we are the solution as big as the problem.